Hey guys, welcome. I hope everyone is doing good this week. So, we are gonna do weekly essentials, and this week we're gonna talk about how to use essential oils in a safe and informed way. So, I'm gonna see if anyone joins. I'll wait like a second, but yeah, we're gonna go over um, what are essential oils and how to pretty much use them. Hi, TM from Vancouver, I guess. You want to join the chat? You could definitely, I don't know what you do, but you could definitely, I guess, raise your hand or something, and I'll add you. So I'm going to be talking about essential oils and how to use them for in a safe and informed way. Um, so what are essential oils? A lot of people will just, I mean, what did I think about essential oils before I started knowing about them? To be honest, I don't know. I just probably just thought they were just stuff that smelled good, which basically that's what they are. They do smell good depending on your sense of smell. To me, all of them smell good, but they have their different varieties. So, what are essential oils? Essential oils are the essence of a plant. It's captured in a condensed manner. It's extracted from plants, definitely, or flowers, or sometimes I think the bark of the plant or of the tree. Um, so let's see. So pretty much the essence of the plant is captured, and let's see all the beneficial properties. So the oils can be distilled, steam distilled, carbon dioxide extraction, cold press. That's mainly for citrus oils. They do cold press and maceration, which is, like when people grind, which is I think the oldest method of extracting essential oils. Extracting essential oils is through maceration, and solvent extraction. That, to be honest, I'm not 100% sure what that is, but I could take a guess and say that maybe you'll add like a oil, and then the oil will extract the essence. Okay, so I think I go over this in like every live that I have. Of course, that the essential oils are very strong, so you don't want to use them on your own, especially on its own, especially on your skin. You want to dilute it. Even if you're using in a diffuser, you want to dilute it with water, or if you're burning it with oil. So essential oils have been around for a very, very long time. I think one of the books I read, like 2,800 years, 2,500 years. Well, it says the beginning of recorded history, and they've been used in beauty products, for scenting and for healing the body. Well, it says 24 years, 2,400 years ago, herbal physician knew and used the great benefits of essential oils and used them to heal people. Now, essential oils are primarily regulated by the FDA, which has strict regulation for drugs. Um, so, like products that are meant to heal and treat people, they pretty much have, the regulatory authority on it. So, essential oils, you can't necessarily say they heal you. So, I mean, technically, I mean, you can't really say that. You're not supposed to say that, that they have any type of healing benefits. You got to be very choosy about your words when you use essential oils, especially if you're going to use it in products. Um, but they can be beneficial, and they could also be harmful. So be very mindful of that. If you're gonna go out and purchase the essential oils, make sure you do some research before you go out and purchase it. I could tell you number one oil that I love using, but you have to be careful when you're using it around kids, and you have to pets. I think is okay with peppermint. So peppermint is probably like one of my favorite oils, especially when I'm cleaning. I use a lot of peppermint, but it can be irritating to your skin if you use it directly, or even sometimes when you dilute it and it comes into contact with your skin, you're gonna feel something. But for kids and for children, or for kids that are younger than 8, they're not supposed to be ingesting or smelling or being around peppermint essential oils, because I think it's their nervous system. I think it affects. I'm not 100% sure, but it definitely affects them. Especially if you're pregnant, don't be using peppermint because that will induce your pregnancy. So be very mindful of all the oils that you use. Even lavender. Some people are very irritated towards lavender, and it also depends because you have different types of lavender. You have lavandin, and you have French lavender. You have, I think, Moroccan lavender. You have several varieties, so some are more herbaceous than others, and it depends on what it is. It can irritate your skin. Um, so that's very, very important. So essentials are very concentrated and can cause irritation and allergic reactions. So reactions could be skin burn, poisoning, and hives. Bulgarian, yes, that's actually my favorite Bulgarian lavender because it's very herby and it's very nice. Um, so yeah, some of us are more yes, exactly, Bulgarian lavender. Some of us are more sensitive than others, and some oils can cause adverse reaction. Avoid using essential oils around children again and around pets. So make sure that um, you research, because even if you read the labels, some labels are not going to tell you that it's pets. It's kids and pets is allergic to. It's really up to you to go and do your research. So it's very, before you use, also if you purchase the oil, before you use it, just make sure that you test it on your skin first. Not directly the oil, but put it in a carrier oil, such as jojoba. You have coconut oil, any kind of carrier oil that you like, you could use it. And then also the over usage of essential oils can also be toxic. Like, say for instance, I love, right? And I'm not even going to show you my face, but I love to like add extra because that's how I am. I want to be extra. So I love to put extra. So be mindful of that because sometimes you put extra, and especially on your skin, my face. I don't want to show you how I broke out from using tea tree oil too much on my skin. So that's also another oil we went over the other day. Tea tree oil for skin, for acne, and I think one of the things that, even though it's supposed to aid in clearing up dry skin, it could also give you dry skin because for whatever reason, you know, I can't really explain because I'm not a scientist. But for whatever reason that it is, it can cause an adverse effect if you use too much. So you want to, be mindful and use a little bit. So how to use essential oils? Of course, the most common way is through aromatherapy, and that's diffusing the oils. So let's see that I use the oils mainly like Perfect Lady Cleaning, Aromatherapy Cleaning. That's our company. So we mainly use the oils for cleaning purposes. But the oils that we carry are 100% natural. I don't want to say too much in regards to that, but I know when I speak to the suppliers, they're good oils. I use them myself, so I could smell them. I mean, and then once you get used to the oils, you're gonna tell the difference between a really good oil, something that's diluted, and something that's just flat out fake. So your nose, I mean, and even if you are not familiar with essential oils, if you eat and you consume and you drink and you utilize natural products a lot, your nose is gonna tell you. Like, it's gonna, I mean, I can't really say who you personally, but I know for myself, because I'm not that, how do you say, I'm not that versed in oils. I'm still learning a lot. So, but I could pick up, like, it's almost like when you taste, like a food that has chemicals in it, your mouth kind of reacts to it versus something that's natural. You could kind of taste the chemicals when they're in foods. I think it's the same thing with your nose. Once you get used to certain things and smelling natural things, your body just automatically picks them and say, something kind of off about that one. So, what was I saying now? So how to use essential oils. So we use them in cleaning products. You could diffuse it. You could add them to your skincare products, but just be mindful that you're adding them to your skincare products in the way that, like, maybe your skincare products might have something that might react badly with essential oils. So sometimes, I use all natural products, or I try to, but it doesn't mean that the combination is still going to be good. So again, maybe test it out, or ask your doctor, or ask someone that's well versed in essential oils, or of course there's Google So you could go on Google and say, okay, can I use, lavender with so and so? So that way you have, more of an understanding um, of the oils, and see what could, what works good together. Um, so what else? So how else can you use essential oil? So in your bath, you could definitely put a couple of drops of oil in your bath. Let's see how else. Um, yeah, and also be mindful. Like, say for instance, some oils are phototoxic, like lemon, bergamot, and grapefruit. Any kind of citrusy oil, those are phototoxic. So I don't think most oils even put that on the label that they are phototoxic. So you have to, have some type of knowledge. Oh, awesome! You should send me a inbox so that way I could, we could work together. Because I'm definitely looking for rose oil. I do already have lavender, but I don't think I have Bulgarian lavender oil. I think, or French, but yeah, we could definitely work together. So yeah, some oils are phototoxic. So you want to be, be mindful that you're not, using them and then going out in the sun. Like any type of citrus oil, you have to be careful when you're using them and going out in the sun. So use precaution. I wouldn't even say use SPF if you're going to use one of those oils. Okay, let me write that down. So yeah, use precaution whenever you are using any type of citrus essential oil. So I'm gonna write that down, and I'm definitely gonna check out your website, and then maybe send me an inbox so that way I know who you are. Okay, awesome. And where are you located? Okay, so yeah, just be mindful when you're using oils, Nevin. I'll definitely be keeping in touch with you, Nevin. Um, be mindful when you're using the oils. Otherwise, some other tips just to be careful with. If you have any skin irritation that occur during using essential oils, just put some carrier oil on it. Oh, cool. Okay, awesome. I want to come to Canada. No, that's not gonna be my next trip, but I gotta think about when I want to come to Canada. I think I've been to Vancouver. It's Vancouver. I think isn't that where you have the biggest mall in the world or something like that? Because I've been there. If that's not Vancouver, and that's where I saw my most, how do you say, my top 10, my top thing on my bucket list, which is the Aurora Borealis. Awesome. Yes, please send them to me, and then I'll definitely be in touch with you because I'm looking to get some oils in a few weeks. Because I have some like chamomile. I don't have rosemary. What else don't I have that I need? Yeah, there's like a few oils that I would like to purchase. Um, if you have any type of skin irritation, you could definitely use carrier oil on it, or use some cornstarch. That's usually helpful. Um, if oil is getting to your eye, be sure to flush it out with cool water. Okay, I'll write down your email as well. Let me see here. So flush it out with cool water if any oils get into your eyes. Let me see here. Awesome, thank you, and I'll definitely be in touch. Do not consume do not consume alcohol. Maybe a small glass of wine with a meal when using essential oils. Awesome, I'll speak soon. Oh, hey, Flaming Wax Candle, how you doing? We're here discussing essential oils, how to use essential oils in a safe and informed manner. So I'm almost done, but if you want to come on live, because I'm sure you use essential oils too, come on live and speak to us. That will be great. Otherwise, I'll just wrap it up, and if you want to inbox me or anything, that will be great too. Um, but yeah, so take major precaution, of course, when you're pregnant with using essential oils because Some oils can induce pregnancy, so you want to be very precautious about that. And also around small children. Do not consume alcohol while using the essential oils, because that could be a problem. Um, Using essential oils on medication might interfere with your medication, so you want to be careful of that too. Essential oils remove finishes from your furniture. So you want to be careful. Like, say for instance, you use the oil and then some of it is leaking on the bottle, and then you put it down on the table, especially if it's a wooden table. Guess what? Like, if you have a finish on that table, it might ruin your finish. So be careful, with furniture and the oils. Let's see. Okay, store your oils. You could definitely put them in your fridge. That will probably keep them from going bad quickly. But basically, to store them outside of the sun, keep them from away, not outside. Keep them away from the sun, and keep them in a cool place. Um, so essential oils should be kept in a glass bottle. Essentially, there is some plastic that you could keep essential oils in that I'm not really versed on, but a glass bottle is pretty much what it is that you should be using. Make sure that you also use a dropper, and it's not just any glass bottle. Actually, you want to use a dark glass bottle. So a brown glass bottle would be good, so that way it shields the oils from the sun. So you also want to use a dropper when you're using the oil, so that way you kind of like don't spill everything. And if you see, most oils are like this big, so 1 little drop, 2 drops is usually good. 1 drop is equal to 28 tea bags, so you want to be careful with that. So you don't need a lot of oils, and you want to make sure you have a dropper, so that way not everything just kind of splashes out. Okay, keep essential oils or store them out of sight, out of mind, and out of reach of children. Okay. Beyond that, let me see if any other tips or tricks I need to add here. But I mean, in order, like, if you're choosing essential oils, research the company, look into the oils, maybe order a small batch and test it out first before you invest your money into you know a large batch, depending on what oil, because some oils, like we're discussing, rose and lavender is, depending on the type of lavender, like Bulgarian lavender I think is pretty expensive, and French lavender, but rose essential oils is one of the most expensive. Bergamot is also pretty expensive. So you don't want to waste your oil, so be mindful of where you store it and what you keep it in and things like that. I don't know if I mentioned before not to drink the essential oils, not to taste them, because they are pretty concentrated. So it's, like I said, the oils are extracted from the plants, from the roots, from the leaves of the plant, and it's pretty concentrated. And 1 drop of oil, 1 little tiny drop, which is not even this big, it's very, very small, is equal to 28 tea bags. So you want to be very careful with that. But otherwise, research, that's pretty much your best bet. And it's like, okay, why should I, do all of that just to use some essential oils? Well, because they're beneficial. If you come home and you're stressed and you're tired, you could come home and diffuse some lavender, and that will definitely make you feel good, or some chamomile. The oils are, they make the place smell good, give you, kind of like freshens up everything. Especially like, I clean a lot with mint, so that definitely freshens up things and just give your place a whole different, vibe. So the oils are good. It's just good all over to keep things natural, and we pretty much use them as cleaners or in our cleaners. So when you're cleaning with them, it's just kind of keep it fresh. It's, I mean, that use it versus chemicals, I would choose essential oils over chemicals any day. But that's more or less it. So make sure you go to our site to get your essential oils, perfectladycleaning.com, or I think you could purchase definitely straight from Instagram. Otherwise, if you have any questions, if you want to reach out to me, feel free to do so at any time. We'll be back next week, hopefully. I'm hoping I'll be back. Well, I will be back because I'm trying to do this weekly. So speak to me, send me a message or anything, but I'll speak soon. Have a good night. And speak to you, Nevin. I'll speak to you soon.